Hey y'all, this is Odessa Rose coming at you with a hot new literary pick. It's called Attraction, Sexy Tales of Good, Bad, and Ugly Relationships by Rosa L. Griffin. I read this book because Rosa is a friend of mine. She hangs out with me and a bunch of other authors at the Black Writers Guild of Maryland. We meet once a month at the Pennsylvania branch of the Enoch Pratt Free Library. And for more information about that, just go to www.blackwritersguild.org. Now, I also read the book because it's about horror, and anyone who knows me knows I love a good horror story, and Rosa did not disappoint. So that's why I wanted to tell you all about it. Now, Attraction is a collection of short stories, and from the first story, I was hooked. And I was going to read an excerpt, but I recently went to a reading where Rosa was reading from her work, and she just blew the audience away.
My book is called Attraction, Sexy Tales of Good, Bad, and Ugly Relationships. It's 8 short fiction stories for adults only. At least over the age of 18, okay? If you think of fantasy, there are many times in life when people need fantasy. Let's talk about this government shutdown, shall we? What about during times of war, Afghanistan, Iraq? What about this housing bomb that just happened? That's been a nightmare for the last few years. What about these finance companies taking advantage of everybody? You know? And they always get bailed out. Roosevelt bailed them out. Obama bailed them out because, I mean, it just makes you shiver, you know? But I wrote a book of fantasy because you need fantasy. You need somewhere to escape when all this is happening. Yes, you can use the Bible to escape. That's probably your first place to go, because I use it many times and sing many phrases, many songs to the Lord. But then I also write fantasy. Okay. And the fantasy is, to me, a stress reliever to me. And that's part of the reason why I wrote it. Now, I started with the Black Writers Guild in 2007. And at that time, I had several stories, a whole file of short stories that I just wrote them and stuck them in a drawer. And then, after I got to the Black Writers Guild, I got inspired to put these stories in a book. So I picked the 8 best ones that I had at the time and put them in this book. What else want to say? Well, I want to read from a story called Urban Predator. And just a short reading. Okay, it says, "What the hell? What's got a hold of me? Whatever it is, I feel pain right away. No, hell no. I ain't let no man do this to me. I'll show. Wait a minute, pain. Pain is all I can even think about right now. What's wrong with me? I'm not going to make it. I can't come out of this. What can it be? I usually have a very high pain threshold, but this mother is killing me. Help me, somebody. Please call 911. I'm hurt. I'm bleeding. I'm going to bleed to death. Help me. In my high state, I must be dreaming. Hey, there's a fine young man talking to me. He's asking me something. What do you want, you fine young thing? Maybe he's trying to tell me that I'm dying. He seems to be looking at me with compassion more than pity. There might be some help for the old girl yet. Leave me alone. No, I don't want to eat. Get up. You have got to be kidding. I'm just going to lie here and be as comfortable as I can, be given whatever the situation. You have deep cuts, wounds that will become permanent scars. Oh, this fine young man is a doctor. That woman must be a nurse. Thank God I'm in a hospital. Okay, things look a little clearer now. Oh, shit, the fine young man is back. I can stand to look at him a little longer today. He's the color of bittersweet dark chocolate. The calories will be negligible. He still has that same look as if to say, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to. Whatever. If I wasn't in so much pain, I could stand and lick those white teeth. Is it my imagination or all those teeth long on both sides? Vampire, right? Give me a break. And those large nostrils of his could just suck me right up his nose. His quick mahogany eyes startled me with their brilliance, and I certainly wouldn't mind polishing those glasses. But I digress. End of story.
Alright, so as Rosa says, if you need a little sexual fantasy but also want a little intelligence and innovation with that, then Attraction is the book for you. Go get it, y'all. It's available on Amazon.com. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Thanks for listening.